Hey everybody, how's it going? Yesterday in the May in Motion group, I posted um, somewhat of a lengthy written format for how to create caloric deficit. It's really a fairly simple process if you didn't get a chance to read it or if it seemed kind of confusing to you. Basically, what we're trying to do is figure out how many calories you will burn in a day based on how active you are, including your workout, and how much you weigh. And then from there, you're going to try and create about a 500 calorie deficit, and then you'll calculate how many calories to take in from there. So if you burn about 2,500 calories in a day, then the goal would be to consume about 2,000 calories in a day. Now, that's fairly simple process, and the formula is a little bit rough. There's a lot more detailed ways to calculate it, but that's a good basic way to do it, and we don't need to get too complicated with it. We try and keep it simple. Um, so here's what I want you to understand. Not only, I mean, those calories are universal. Um, Pretty much it's a universal rule that if you burn more than you eat, then you're going to have a weight loss experience. It works for just about anyone, unless you have some major medical issues. That's how it's done. Okay, so the real key to it though is what kind of calories we're taking in. I mean, technically, you could eat nothing but Snickers bars, 2,000 calories of them, burn 2,500 in a day, and have a weight loss experience. But the problem is, number one, you're going to feel crappy. Number two, you're not going to have enough energy to get through your day. I mean, you might be able to sustain it for a few days, but ultimately you're going to crash and burn. And that's the problem with a lot of diets. We take food that don't have enough nutrients to start with, and then we cut those calories in half when we're on a diet, and 2, 3 weeks, the typical dieter crashes and burns. It doesn't work. You don't feel good. You can't have energy. You can't bring great workouts. Our way to do it's a lot better way. And if you get enough nutrients in your diet, then you're going to feel good and you're going to be sustained and you're going to have enough energy and you're going to be a whole lot happier. And ultimately, that's creating a lifestyle. I mean, that's how it's done, and it's sustainable. You can do that forever, and it works. So the idea is this: how do we figure out what good foods are? I think for a lot of us, there's a little bit of an education process to learn what are good foods and what are bad foods. I think a lot of foods that we eat, we think are good foods, and they're really not. And so just a little bit of educational help. Um, I always look at it as something like good, better, and best. And so, I tier it in 3 tiers. Beachbody, um, in one of their programs, by the way, I found something called Mickey's Ladder, which they created and they used in one of the very first programs that they created. And by the way, every exercise program that Beachbody makes comes with a nutrition guide. So this comes from Power 90, which was one of the first ones they ever made. And it gives 5 tiers of foods. Foods in the number 5 tier are amazing, great foods. And in tier 1, they're like garbage. It is really unhealthy. And so um, what I propose is I'm going to post a link to that, and you can take a look at it. And let's just take everything that's on the worst tier and just throw it out of our diet. It's not going to be big changes. For some of us, there'll be a few things on there that we will eliminate from our diet. But let's just do it, and it won't be that hard. Um, and then let's take the items that we are in our good category and maybe switch out a few of them, put a few tweaks on them, and put them in the better category. And then some of the foods that are in the better category, put them into the best category. And by making a few tweaks, we'll get a ton more nutrition into our diet. We'll get the nutrients we need to power our bodies, to bring great workouts, and we're going to feel great, and we're going to learn something that's going to last us a lifetime, and we're going to enjoy it. All right, that's it. Thank you very much. Just push play. Thank you.